Hello and welcome to another episode of Walk With Me. My name is Marcus D. Rocio, and today I am summoning a very special guest from deep down below. That's right, today we're going to be chatting with the legendary Blixunami. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting here with my sibling, my good friend, the Blixunami. Blix, go ahead and give us your business card. You are, obviously, if people can't tell, you're a merperson.
Yes.
But
yes.
Let's add to that.
I am a merperson, aka the Blixunami, aka the first black mermaid doll, aka the rapping mermaid or merman, whichever you prefer. I really don't care. But yeah, like, been godfathering in this thing for a minute now.
Yes, you have.
You know,
So I want to start with a little bit about our history together.
yes.
I first learned of you, I want to say it was either 2012 or 2013. I had just moved to New York and I was starting my mermaid journey.
Yeah.
I had just went to the mermaid parade.
Yes. I feel like I remember those pictures.
You probably.
Yeah.
And it was my friend Natalie and I. We went after I had finished doing the show Showgirls at the time. And I just got some sequin fabric and some organza, made me a little makeshift tail skirt.
Yes.
And I actually got to march in the parade with this group called Hungry Marching Band. Shout out to them if they're still around. I marched with them for a couple of years, but your photos started to pop up and I was like, oh, there's another black merman. Because my biggest thing was we weren't represented.
Nope.
We weren't represented. Like, you might have seen a black mermaid here or there, but black mermen you never, if ever, saw.
Yep.
And when I saw you, I was like, oh my God, there's another one. And naturally people would have been like, this is going to become a competition thing, because I was starting to get known as New York's merman or merman in Manhattan, whereas you were holding it down south.
Yeah.
And then you also introduced me to several other mer folks that I consider family, even though I've never officially met them.
Right.
Like our brother Yari and Mama Naja, and just a few others in the family that are still, doing their thing. If not in the mer world, but definitely in the world for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, like tell me about how you what you remember when you first saw me before I became Merman Virgo.
Yes. Okay. So I remember. I think we became Facebook friends.
I believe so.
Was
it was
it
either
Facebook
or
friends?
Instagram. Yeah.
I feel like it was one of the two. Either Facebook or Instagram. I saw his pictures and I was like, oh, that's bro, because he in the mermaid shit too. And like you said, it's hard to find us and people that look like us that are so into it. And I love the fact with our relationship, it's mermaids, but then it's the umbrellas, mermaids, and it's dolls, Broadway costumes, show costumes, like anything. Like, we get down to the nitty gritty, like the finest detail, like, oh, that tail should have looked like this or that. Like, so I love that I can go to you and be like, see how this tail looks for this production? I don't know.
Growing up, I wasn't able to have those conversations with other people.
Same.
I'll just tell you a little bit about mine, then I would love to hear about yours.
Okay.
So I grew up in Chicago, Illinois, and I'm one of 9 children, but I grew up in a household of 3. I grew up with my mom's children. I didn't grow up with my dad's kids. Okay. And so in that family, I was the middle child who kind of had to be the oldest. I was born maybe a couple years before The Little Mermaid came out. Don't do any math. And
she's still young.
Okay. Seawater helps.
Okay.
And my mom took me to see it, and everybody was like, "Why?" And I became obsessed with it. She bought me the original Tycho Mermaid Ariel doll. Yes, I have a picture of it, and I remember when I lost that doll, I went through my entire house looking for it.
Turn it upside
and
down.
I'm sure the woman that used to clean our house probably threw it away. She had a tendency to do that. But it's okay. Now I have several Ariel dolls.
Period.
The original, Holly, and my own creations.
Yes.
But I was made fun of a lot as a kid, where I was called mermaid boy, mermaid freak. I was made fun of, called gay because I liked mermaids. And people would ask my mom, they would be like, why do you let him like this stuff? Why do you buy this stuff for him? Why do you let him play with it? And I'm like, it's what he enjoys. And then when it came to the Disney movie, my mom was like, listen, when he was a baby, it was what was out for kids.
Right.
So what would you explain as your experience growing up? And because I'm sure you had similar things going where kids made fun of you, your peers didn't understand the whole mermaid thing, your love for Ariel and all things mermaid.
Yeah.
Like, tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, so with me, growing up down south, it's very church every Sunday. It's very Bible this. It's very, homophobic as hell. I have fond memories of being a little kid, like a little guppy, and my mom giving me a Little Mermaid coloring book. Because my love for mermaids came from the Jewel Hair Barbie Mermaid commercial.
Oh my God, yes!
And Mr. Peabody and the Mermaid was the first mermaid movie I saw with like a real mermaid in it.
Okay.
So and then my mom was a black Barbie collector. So to see the mermaids and to like the doll thing and then Mr. Peabody and the Mermaid, that's what got me into it. And I was like, oh, this is my dopamine, like this is what I love. And so once I started expressing it as a kid, like I said, I remember my mom giving me that coloring book from the grocery store, and I was like, oh my God, yay, she accepted me. But then as I got older, it became, no, that's for girls. No, you need to play sports.
Yeah.
No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. But I'm an Aries, and I am going to do what I want with all the fire from the planet Mars and the Ram and all of that stuff, because regardless of what anybody told me, like family, friends in the beginning when I first got a tail, like people didn't understand. And then I was like, well, hey, I'm not about to sit here and hold your hand and write it down, because this is what makes me happy. Why is it a problem? Exactly. So that was my thing. But then once they saw me still doing it and still collecting mermaid dolls and still doing mermaid shit, and like they was letting up a little bit but not too much, and then like this big drama thing happened at one point, and all my dolls just got trashed. And after that, I was just like, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm going to work these jobs, and I'm gonna buy more.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy more. I bought more mermaid dolls. And in the universe, blessed me to grace the TV screens, and that helped my family be like, oh, okay, so this is real. This is actually doing something for you, that you love doing this, and now we see that it's getting you places that playing baseball or playing basketball, football, whatever wouldn't have really got me.
I understand what you mean, because I had a similar experience when I bought my tail in 2020 and got it in 2021. Because when you get silicone or mythics, it does take a while for them to get it to you, and boy, them things are expensive and heavy.
That's heavy.
But I remember when I first wore it, took photos, and did video stuff in my tail. Someone said to my brother, they questioned, oh, he's really doing this mermaid thing. And my brother said to them, he just did a party and made $300 for swimming in a pool for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's eerie to think about, because if you really look at it in the reverse, our lives kind of mirror what Ariel experiences. Because it's almost like, because I had a similar experience when I was growing up. I think I was about 10 years old, and the movie had just got re-released for Disney. Like, was in 1997, Disney re-released The Little Mermaid in theaters, and then they've re-released it on VHS and all the things.
And all that. Yeah, I remember those. I remember those days, though. VHS. Oh my God.
I remember around that time, my mom thought my mermaid obsession had gotten too heavy. Because I'm talking about, all I was doing was I would buy notebooks and just draw mermaids. I would create mermaid stories. I had a VHS recording of Splash, which was my first live action mermaid.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom took all my dolls, all my toys, mermaid, anything. She took it and threw it away, and she said, you need to stop this. You need to be a boy.
Yeah. That was my thing too. Like, why me liking this thing makes other people feel that I'm less of a man or a boy or masculine and all this other bullshit, when at the end of the day, I feel like little boys should be introduced to girly things so they can know when they get older how to nurture a woman.
Exactly.
If y'all taught a boy the nurturing of a baby doll, maybe there won't be so many broken homes.
You heard it here first, folks. Because regardless of however we identify, male, female, non-binary, gay, straight, all the things in between, we all have masculine and feminine.
Right.
Some just lean into one more than the other. Right. Some stay in the middle. It depends on the person. And I also feel that if men, particularly men of color, black men, weren't afraid to tap into their femininity, they would be able to, like you said, nurture women, nurture children, and allow those children to explore and discover who they are without feeling shame.
Exactly.
Your name is Blixunami. You've gone by a few different names during your merge journey. What brought you to Blixunami?
Well, I started, at first it was Merman Blix, Prince of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Then I took all that off and just kept it with Merman Blix.
Okay.
So for a little minute when I forgot my first tail back in 2012 until my first like big gig in Tybee Island in Savannah, Georgia, the Tybee Island Mermaid Festival. I was going by Merman Blix until then. And I changed it to the Blixunami because Blix was already taken. Like there's like cleaning products called Blix.
Oh yeah.
There's a troll from some fantasy movie named Blix.
I can't
remember what the movie was, but I saw that and I was like, oh no.
Not they stole your shoes.
Right. So I was like, damn, maybe I should have, thought about this more. But at the time, Blix just came out of the sky. Like when I was drawing myself as a merman, and my first tail that I was getting, I was like, I don't want to be called Merman Eric. That's basic. So I was like, Merman what? And then I don't know, Blix just came out of the sky. So here comes, fast forward to 2016.
Okay.
2017. Working at the movie theater, got Tybee Island Mermaid Festival, and I was like, okay, people keep confusing me with other black men with dreadlocks or braids as me. So that was really getting to me, and I'm like, all right, I need something that's gonna separate me from everybody else. I need a name that's gonna make me feel like an anime character. I need a look that's gonna make me feel like it was an anime character. Like I just wanted to turn into a real life anime C-pop rap idol character thing. Yes. And I was in that movie theater in that box drawing every day, that whole month, preparing, being like, okay, I want to debate this new look at the Tybee Island Mermaid Festival because this will be the first one I'm doing every year. So I was like, all right, this is going to be a way for people to know who I am and all this, blah, blah, blah. So, so that's when I came up with the Blixunami, because also I saw a tsunami on TV one day, and I was like, yeah, because the wave like a tsunami, Blixunami, and I was like, oh! So that's why I call it myself the Blixunami, because I see myself more than just this merperson, even though that's what I am, but it's like this entity, like this energy type situation.
Yes. So I want to go back to about 2015, 2016. And what a lot of people probably don't know is that you are the voice behind the movement for the live action Little Mermaid. You were able to get all the information.
Baby.
You knew, because I was following live action Ariel from the time they were talking about Zendaya, then Keke Palmer.
That I started.
Yes. Yes.
That Zendaya thing, I did not expect that to blow up like that.
No.
I did not expect that, because me and old friend, we're not friends no more, but we was coming up with okay, let's make our little fan cast, because the page was, getting up there.
Yes.
And so we was like, let's make a fan cast. And I was like, okay, who you think, Keke Palmer or Zendaya? And we were like, I don't know, but we think Zendaya probably gonna, cause more of a riot, whatever. So we did it, posted it, like literally within 2 hours, somebody did fan art of Zendaya as Ariel. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
2 days later, more fan art started coming out. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I think we started something.
You did. You
and
truly
then
did.
It trickled to her in the news for real, and them asking her at premieres and stuff. And I was like, bro, we was just playing. We was just playing. So now it went from, Zendaya's in talks to play Little Mermaid, and so is Keke Palmer, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that was a wild ride.
It was, because I kid you not, I followed from beginning to end.
He was one of the main ones.
I remember like the post about Amber Riley being one of the Mer sisters, and she's my mother. Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Yes.
Cheryl Lee Ralph.
Cheryl in there so bad.
Cheryl Lee Ralph would have made a good Ursula. I could totally see her giving the dark, deep voice with the sultry, like that classy.
But you know what I wanted her for, though? I wanted Rob to bring the OG story in and make her the grandmama.
Oh,
the Little Mermaid's grandma, because I wanted Cheryl and that nurturer. I knew she could pull up Ursula, no problem.
Yeah.
Because Madame Morbell,
come on,
it's Cheryl.
Come on.
Okay? So I knew she would have ate Ursula. But to see her as like this nurturing queen, mother, mermaid, grandma, I think that would have been dope.
That would have been dope. And honestly, I remember where there were talks where when they brought in the actress who played Queen Selena, that either she was going to be Ariel's mom, Noma, yes. Shout out to Noma.
Yes, I love her.
That she was going to either play Ariel's mom or possibly be the grandmother. Because, we didn't know at the time what the script was going to be and that Eric was going to have a mom, because in the original film, he didn't have parents.
I remember her tweeting, "Make way for the prince," one time on Twitter.
Yes.
And then that's why I was like, oh, she's about to be Carlotta. I was thinking she was going to be Carlotta when she made that tweet.
I can see that,
because I was thinking she was, telling people to make way for him, not thinking she's talking about, because that's my son. So that was cool.
I will say I am obsessed with the actress that played the Carlotta equivalent in the live action. I follow her because apparently she's a theater actress and she's really talented.
Yeah, she's really
and
nice
I loved
too.
her in the movie. Oh, you met her?
Yeah, at the London premiere.
That's right.
She came up to me and was like, "Don't you run the live action page?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's Jamaican.
She's Caribbean in real life? Oh my God, she's Jamaican in real life. Oh my God. Okay, so that accent wasn't being put on.
No, that was real.
Okay. So with the live action film, you really were one campaigning for it. And the crazy thing was, because honestly, for a while, I think I lost, not interest, but like the momentum died, because I was like, okay, they haven't made any official announcements yet. Nothing's been happening, because you ran that page for about 4 or 5 years before they announced who was going to be playing Ariel. You did.
And low-key, y'all, I was here for a white girl, okay?
Yeah.
I was here for the Isla. Do you know Isla?
I'm familiar. Yes.
With the ginger. I was like, oh, Ariel.
Yeah.
White girl, ginger.
Yeah.
She can sing. Let's do it. Of course, I was always rooting for everybody black.
I will say, initially, I honestly thought it was going to end up being Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
I was one of those. I'm not going to deny.
Yeah, same.
Because she looks, especially back then, she had that look, and she was she could, at that time, she could still pass for a teenager. She had that look that made her look like a Disney princess and a mermaid. Obviously, thanks to Wicked, we now know she can really sing that type of music.
Right.
And I think she's covered part of your world, and
a few times.
She sounds great on it. We got the Ariel we were supposed to get.
Exactly.
Halle Bailey sang that score down. She was beautiful. She has a natural siren, ethereal quality about her.
And her look, too.
Her
People
look.
make fun of her look, but no, she's ethereal. Like, she is a fantasy creature. Like, she's
really
a fantasy
is.
princess. Like,
yes. I do wish that the live action would have taken certain liberties and gone bigger with certain things.
Yeah, me too.
But I've rewatched. First of all, I saw it in theater 7 times.
Okay,
we got to see
we
it.
Did.
We saw it in what was it, 4D?
Yeah, 4D. That was fun.
Oh my God,
that was so fun.
So you were my first 4D experience.
Yes,
and to have like the chairs moving, the wires splashing, the lights flashing. I was not used to that.
Right.
But it was so much fun. If you had your perfect Little Mermaid movie, what would you have added? What would you have changed? Like, what do you feel that would have just made it that movie?
I would have added Eric's birthday being a celebration, like a ball, so that way we could have saw Ariel in a different dress dancing.
Yes.
Because in the original, her thing was, oh, you're going to be bleeding and you're going to feel pain, but then she was the most beautiful dancer at the ball. So I wanted to see that.
Yes.
I also wanted to see her feet bleeding, because I'm here for the dramatics.
Yes.
I also wanted Daughters of Triton, my God.
Yes.
I wanted Daughters of Triton so bad.
Yeah.
A more in-your-face wedding scene, because they gave us an after-wedding scene.
Yes.
She had the ring on, but then it's like, y'all gonna just show the wedding part for like 2 seconds? I'm confused. I would have gave Ursula and Triton more backstory on their beef.
Yes.
And why they at where they at. Basically, I would have put the Broadway script on the movie.
I agree.
Especially after seeing Hillary in New Jersey.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, after seeing it in person, because I didn't get to see the Broadway, so seeing that equivalent of it, I was like, this should have been the script for the movie.
Yes.
So
I agree with that, because to me, just Ursula saying big brother and throwing the lines of we're brother and sister, but there didn't feel like there was any familiarity between them, really.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, well, why are you rivals? And honestly, I was a bit more prepared because I read the book, the one
the
about
novelization.
Yeah,
I think it was,
which like explained like the history of the merfolks, the different communities, and all the things.
Oh yes.
But if you didn't, but you can expect everyone going to see the movie to read that.
Right.
And to me, it's like, okay, well, in the film, it should have started off with a pre-story where it was like, okay, Triton and Ursula were brother and sister. This is Poseidon and his wife. He gifted the shell to one. He gifted the Triton to the other.
Come on, Disney, we need another movie.
Because I was sad when they announced they weren't doing a sequel, because you could tell
I'm so optimistic.
I'm optimistic as well, because they usually do these sequels within 4 to 5 years, so there's still time if they choose to.
Yeah.
Halle's still young.
Yes.
Because my thing, and even if they didn't do it with necessarily Halle, it could be that prequel that we just mentioned, where let it be the Triton and Ursula backstory.
Like younger actresses or younger actor for Triton, and then call Jessica to be young Ursula again.
Okay, because she aged.
Yeah.
Listen.
And then just do a backstory thing.
I love the idea of Halle's Ariel and the original Ariel existing simultaneously.
Yes, same, especially in the store. Seeing that in Target in real life.
Yes, where you
insane.
Yeah. Now we're gonna time travel again.
Yeah, it's time travel.
It's 2019, July 4th.
Ooh.
Was it July 4th or July 3rd?
It was July 3rd.
It was July 3rd, so the day before. And they make that announcement that
around 2 p.m.
that our Ariel is going to be played by actress and newcomer Halle Bailey. And she black.
And she black.
And she black.
And she black.
And she
with
black.
dreadlocks.
With locks, yes, absolutely. I didn't see the announcement yet.
Yeah.
On my way to the spiritual store, and ironically, I was picking up mermaid oracle cards.
See how the universe just be blessing us?
Oh, that was a mermaid summer for me, for sure.
Hell yeah.
I remember my brother sent me the video of her singing Unforgettable, and I said, she sounds just like Ariel. And then I saw the post of her on the rock, you know, the drawing someone did of her with the black hair doing the iconic splash moment.
Yep.
And I was like, wait.
She posted it, said, dream come true.
Yes.
And I was like, ah!
Did you know prior to that moment that she was in the running, or was it a surprise to you as well?
So I knew there was a list of girls, and the list I saw, her name was last. But it didn't really dawn on me, because when I saw the list, it was in like a bomb picture. Somebody sent me like a bomb of it. So I saw it real quick, and then it was gone. The day came, they announced it. I want to say it was Kenny. I think Kenny was the one that sent it to me. It was either Kenny or my Merber Aldo in London.
Okay.
Between them two, one of them sent me the Disney Post, and I was in disbelief. I was screaming in my bed. I was back in Charleston, South Carolina, child. I was off that day, and I saw the post. I screamed. My mom was like, "Boy, what the hell you in there screaming for?" And I got up and I was like, Mama, Ariel's gonna be black. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I showed her the post. I was like, look, she's about to play Little Mermaid in live action. She was like, get out of my face.
Oh my God.
She was like, that's cute, but what you screaming for? And I was like, girl, Ariel's about to be black, Mama. What you mean? What am I screaming for?
Yes.
Like, you know what I do. Come on now, lady. But she got happy about it, though. Like, once it started tracking, I was showing her. She even sent me a text about it one day. I think when the trailer dropped or something. She was like, oh, look, you want to see it? And I'm like, girl, I'm going to London. So, that day was very life-changing.
Oh, yes.
Because that told us, oh, we can.
Yes. I remember that day very well. I remember I went to go pick up those oracle cards, and I kept replaying the video, listening to her, and I kept hearing her sing Part of Your World in my head. Because it wasn't like, I'm musically in tune, so I can hear people's voices sing on tracks.
Right.
And I was hearing her sing the original version in my head. Like, because obviously, you know, they switched the key for her. They allowed her to have some some liberties with vocal choices, which as you should.
Right.
And I was listening to it and I was like, oh my gosh, she sounds amazing, and I know she's gonna kill this. Like,
I was campaigning for the goddess locks. Because
yes.
I was like, keep the locks, but add volume, add the mermaidism. So I was like, give her goddess lock, please, please, please. And I got majority of everything I prayed for after they casted her. I got the scaly top because I really wanted her to have a scaly top.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was like, fuck them seashells, give her a scaly top. Because Pirates of the Caribbean, because Rob did that.
Yeah.
So I was more so thinking, oh, Pirates plus Disney Princess, what would that possibly look like?
Yeah.
So I was really aiming for the scale. So I like how they did it too. It was real modest. As you see the costumes, it works. And I think they do that too, to think, oh, how are the costumes, how are the toys going to pull off, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they went with that look.
Basically staying true to what Ariel is, but also making it unique. So that was 2019. Beautiful time period for us. How did you decide your design? Well, let's start with your colors. How did you decide on the colors for your tail?
Okay, so I decided on the color purple majority because I love purple. Purple is my favorite color. And then throughout the years, I went from purple to magenta to a little bit of fuchsia. As you can see here, it's kind of like a magenta, purplish type of deal, but it's supposed to be like purple, like purple crayon, Crayola.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this now, but people, when they draw me and stuff, they get it. People know it's purple.
Yeah.
But I got the purple and the light blue for the fins. I don't know, because at first I just had so many different tails. And like I said, I wanted to find that one identity, like to make a brand so people would recognize me.
Yes.
So I was like, well, my favorite colors are purple and light blue and pink. Let me incorporate that into my tail. So I started doing that, and then I was like, I need my tail, like I kept saying, an anime character. I want to look like an anime character.
Yes.
So I was like, I was drawing, like I said, at the movie theater, and I started drawing like fins on my arms and down my back, and I'm like, how am I gonna do this? And I was like, oh, I can get a bodysuit made. Then I saw some tail companies in China that came out making full bodysuits for mermaids to wear, and I was like, can you do a black version? Here is the picture. And yeah, went from there, and I've been getting, I think this is the second bodysuit that I've had from a tail company.
Nice.
And now I need another one.
It was some years ago. We were hanging out, and you had said to me, having a silicone tail does not make you a mer.
Exactly.
Yes.
It doesn't put you in no level higher or lower than anybody, and I still preach that to this day. Because back in the day in the mermaid community, a lot of the girls were like, oh, you can't be a professional because you got a fabric tail, or you can't swim with our pod because you ain't got no silicone, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I got on, being a voice for the voiceless, and the people that were scared to be like, no, don't talk to me like that. So I got on and was like saying, don't talk to people like that. Yeah, because Ariel at the Disney parks don't got on no fabric tail. Don't got on no silicone tail. Hannah Mermaid always got on a sequin fabric tail. The Wikiwachi girls still wear fabric tails. So it's like, who are you to tell somebody they're not the level of mermaid they are because they got a silicone and fabric tail? Like, I hate that.
Not only that, living in the economy we live in.
Yeah, nobody got time to be paying on $1,500 on silicone.
And that's the cheap tail.
Yeah. That's one color, no dorsal fins, like $1,500.
Right. You get a basic mono fin, butterfly fluke, and that's that. That's what I got. But I didn't wear my tail today, and I still identify as a mer even before I got a tail.
Because of the attire.
Yeah.
It's in the material right here. Like,
but that's also something that you inspired in me, because I am a magical creature.
Right.
I am a magical creature walking around cosplaying as a human being most days.
There we go. That's what I tell people.
Why am I doing that? You inspire me to just step into my truth and be authentically who I am as a mer. I'm sure that your mission is to inspire youth.
Yep.
Really anybody.
Anybody.
To feel comfortable in their own skin.
Yes. We got one life to live, and tomorrow ain't promised.
Tomorrow's not promised, but also live with joy.
Exactly.
If sitting on the beach, on a rock, near some water, in a fin is going to make you happy, do so. But also, every time I've done these things, and you can attest to this, because we're getting looks as people are walking by.
Every time y'all see me go like this, it's because somebody looking. So I want to give them the illusion that it's real, baby.
Yeah.
We have a lack of showing that mermen are a thing and can be strong.
Yeah.
Like, and it's even crazy because I'll tell people, they'll be like, oh, what you doing? I'll be like, I'm a merman. They'll be like, what's that? And I'd be like, what you mean?
That's crazy to
So
me.
usually when people say that, I'd be like, Ariel's dad. And they'd be like, oh. And I'd be like.
There are some people who never heard of a merman until I told them what it was.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, it's the male equivalent of a mermaid.
The male equivalent. And then the fact that they don't even go to that equation in their mind when they hear the word.
Merman. Shall we break it down for you? Mermaid, the word mer means sea. The mermaid means maiden, obviously. So if you take out the maid or maiden and you put man, that means man of the sea, which means half human, half fish. Doesn't even always have to be half human, half fish. This could be aquatic humanoid. I often get, and I'm sure you do too, that it's weird for a black man, particularly a black queer man, to want to dress up and identify as a mer versus our non-black, particularly our white counterparts. And I hate to go here, but we're gonna go here.
It's real. It's real life.
Our white counterparts, our white male counterparts, can wear a fin, swim, take photos, do the things. It's exciting. They get millions of likes. They're getting endorsement deals. They're getting all the things. People embrace it, and it's like, oh yeah, he does that. It's his little fun thing. Oh, and it's looked upon with admiration and love. Where with us, it's looked at as,
why are you doing that?
And it's so weird and doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, people always see me already in my tail, so it's not really it don't really be why are you doing that, or you look weird or something. It's usually like, oh, what got you into that? Now I can say. And then even before in the past, people usually would just see me in the tail and just be like, oh, okay, like in passing and in conversations as a two-legger. You may hear people be like, oh, why you do that? Because I'm not in it there, but they see me regular and hear me talking about it. Then they might be like, oh, well, what made you do that? And I always say I was about to sell some mermaids since I've been a kid. And they usually be like, oh, okay. But first, merms to be seen and documented were black-skinned anyway. But a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
For me, putting this tail on is me showing people, yeah, we can do that, and it's not weird. You're weird for thinking it's weird.
Yeah.
You're weird for not even catching on. It's 2025. Like, we as black folk can do whatever we want. Oh, a black guy's doing that. Yeah. Never seen that before. Like, I just did an event in Michigan this like 2 weekends ago now.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing. I headlined it. I performed my songs, 30-minute set for the first time. Had background dances for the first time.
Yes.
And I was just there, and mind you, I saw a handful of black people at the festival.
Okay.
Just walking around. So every time they saw me, I made sure I was like,
yeah,
hey,
you already know.
You see it, right? Okay, come back at 6 for the swim.
Yes.
So, yeah, at first it was like, damn. I'm the only black person or the only black dude doing this in this group of 8 mermaids, and I'm the only black one or the only guy. This past weekend, I wasn't the only guy, but I was still the only black person. So it kind of like, it goes to that saying of, I don't even know if it's a saying, but being us now being what we didn't have as a kid. Yeah, because we didn't have a black mermaid on TV, splashing around doing the stuff. So I feel like now it's our duty, me and you and our other black mer bros, to do that and put ourselves out there. So now these other little black boys can see us too, and black kids period, and be like, oh, we can do that.
Yeah. Do you know what my dream has been for years? And it started with, there were about, I want to say 15 of us, black mermen. Well, I don't know if we were all black, but I definitely picked the black mermen that were involved. It was a BuzzFeed article that featured us back in the day.
I remember that.
About, I think it was like 12 or 15 mermen who make you wet. And they posted each of our pictures, one right after the other. And it was me, you, I want to say it was Merman Amore. Yeah. It was Yari. And
I think Onyx was on there.
I think Onyx was there. There were a few others, and I said, ooh, if all of us could get together in one place at one time and do a photo shoot in tail by the water.
Yes.
And we support each other. And my biggest dream would be one day to have at least 7 of us together in one place, representing the 7 seas, being the sons of the ocean or something of that nature. That would be the dream. Let's make it happen.
Yes, please.
You are the first black merman doll.
Yes.
You are getting yours professionally made and manufactured. Let's talk about it, and let's talk about the campaign for it a little bit. Let's get into it. The Blixunami doll, you are campaigning for it, you're getting it done. I see the posts every single day, loving it. The prototype looks amazing.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it.
Yes, me too. I'm excited, especially to see him with my skin complexion. So the Netflix show came out.
Yes, Mer People on Netflix.
People, yes, on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, watch it now. After that came out and people saw me playing with my mermaid dolls, they were saying, "Oh, you should have a doll." I never thought about a Blix doll. For as long as I'm doing this, like, I had friends make little dolls of me and outfits and stuff, but I never thought to be like mass producing that shit. And then when the show came out and people were like adding me saying, "Oh, Blix need a doll," and I'm like, "Oh, huh." That makes sense. And then I Googled it, black merman doll, to make sure there's none. There's 10 white merman dolls. And I'm talking about from Ken all the way down to little Tommy, from American dolls to dolls in other countries. Altogether, there's 10 white merman dolls, no black ones. So after discovering that, I put the boots in my in my dorsal fin, and told myself, you're going to be the first black merman doll. Because there's nobody else doing it, and I know these companies not finna do it. Because if that was the case, they would have been did it. Yeah. Especially with Mattel. How many mermaid dolls y'all done made, and none of them were black? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. So with that happening, at first I was nervous because I didn't think it was gonna work. But then I did a GoFundMe, and the people was like sharing it, and they were hyped about it. And then I got that first 3K. Y'all, the first prototype was just 3K, bro. Like, that was crazy. Making a doll from a manufacturer is expensive.
Yes, it is.
Now I understand doll prices and the doll world and how things work now. It is expensive. Yeah. So that first prototype came. I loved him because he was the first, but there was some things lacking. So I was like, all right, y'all, we need to get another one. They said, okay, we'll do you another one with the edits for $300. And I was like, oh, I can do that. 2 months, got $300. All right, cool. Did another one. And then I did the first prototype with GoFundMe, then another one, and then now I have it on Free Finder where you can go put your order in. It's $75 for the doll by itself, and then $111 for the whole doll gift set, which comes with the shirt, comic book, and stickers and posters and stuff like that, and then $222 for 2 dolls and everything else. So that's
okay, cool. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time.
Yeah, y'all.
But we thank you all so much for joining us. Blix, thank you for joining me. I'm going to include all the links in the description box below. And keep an eye out for Blixunami coming your way to an ocean near you.
Okay.
All right, everybody. See you soon.
Split splash on them.